It's a damn good time podcast. We're coming to
Put
you
your ball.
remote. It's remote. It's a remote show. Yes. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a damn good time podcast.
Hitting you remote.
Yeah. We got some busy lifestyles going on here. You know, we do some shit sometimes. So sometimes it sucks.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't be together.
Sometimes it's your wife that's doing shit that, puts a wrinkle in the foil, but
And that's
totally
good
fine for her.
You know what? Any other day,
she gets to go see T Swift.
Yeah, I was gonna say any other day, I'd be like, God damn it, Steph. Watch them fucking babies. All right, get your fucking head out of your ass and watch them babies. Let Cody come down here and drink with me, right? You know, because I'm a selfish person. I'm very selfish, right? So shut the fuck up, Steph, and get down here and let Cody hang out with me. But Babe's going to see Taylor fucking Swift this weekend. I feel like that's more than cause enough for us to have to do this remote on a Thursday. We're not going to you live. Sorry for any of our live people that like to watch. But, we had to crunch one in and get her done. Still have ourselves a damn good time on a Thursday. And then, you know what? It frees up our weekend as well.
You know? a little bit.
Kind of looking forward to, getting it done tonight and cruising through the weekend. But still, I want to throw out the fact that fucking your wife is going to see. I don't know what to do with my hands because I'm so excited. She's going to see fucking Taylor Swift, dude. I am so jealous. I would love to see Taylor Swift.
It's apparently a production. It's a production.
It's huge. I was sending her Snapchats that I saw, or not Snapchats, but TikToks that I saw where they have, apparently you get these little wristbands when you go in. And then everybody wearing the wristbands, all of a sudden it's like, how do you know where you're seating and what's this and what's going on? Because they light up. It's part of the fucking light show. You don't have to hold up your phone and do like, I have my light on because I'm cool. No, you just hold your wristband up and then there's fucking like radio signals that point out laser beams to the sections and it triggers on your wristband and then all of a sudden like in that section you're sitting and you're a whole heart now or like it's nuts.
Yeah, she showed me that. It's like infrared technology.
Right, dude. That's
just like a TV remote or something. But yeah. It's just like, it's just scanning and like can detect all the bands and then just lights them up.
Yeah, low wave infrared technology and it triggers your band. So no matter where you are, if you're like, well, I was up in my seat, but I was able to sneak down in a general admission or I was able to sneak down a couple rows below, you're not fucking up the light show because it doesn't matter where you're at. It's those infrared beams that point at you and trigger your wristband that make you a part of the light show. I'm like, dude, that's fucking nuts.
Like, crazy. Yeah.
The amount of production they're putting in the show is amazing, and I wouldn't expect anything less than fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because I don't think those tickets are cheap either. So
Right. Well, and rightfully so, dude. Like I said, I really want to see Taylor Swift. I don't want to go through the hassle of finding the tickets or getting the tickets or having tickets cross hand. But if somebody's like, hey man, give me $2,000. You can go watch Taylor Swift. All right, I'm doing it.
Yeah, Steph's friend got him and somehow from somewhere and then invited her. She's like, yeah, I'm down.
Oh, for sure, dude.
I don't think it was 2,000, but
Right. I mean, through some promotions. Yeah, through certain promotions and shit like that. Like, I'm sure certain shows, general admission is going to be a lot higher. The further you are up in the seats, it's going to be a lot less. But still, I would sit nosebleeds for Taylor Swift, 100%. Like,
Yeah,
because you know they're
looks
gonna
like a
have
production. So
they're gonna have the
it'd be cool.
big jumbotrons up and all that bullshit. It's gonna be dope. Like I'm super jealous. I would love to see that whole ass production and figure out what the fuck's going on there because I bet you it's amazing.
Probably insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is also another big episode for us. I don't know if you realize this or not. We are at 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Get the fuck out of here. For real?
For real.
I was about ready to pull up my
we plus one on our last episode, so we're at number 100.
No shit.
We're only 900 away from any kind of monetization. Let's go.
Oh, my phone sucks at showing things, but
we just lost 2.
Oh yeah, it does say 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. 100 subscribers, baby. We got this.
We growing.
We got this.
On that slow crawl, but we're growing.
Yeah, and so then, speaking of the whole YouTube thing, we did get a comment on our last video. Let me see if I can find that on my phone. But
we had an extra little. Well, before I'll give the folks an insight real quick here. So we actually had a decent amount of views on YouTube and a little more improved listening.
Yeah.
We had like 60 something views on YouTube, which is pretty good right out of the gate because it's only been a few days since the video came out.
4 days, that's huge for us.
Which average view duration is like 45 seconds, but whatever. Who cares?
But still, the algorithm's coming in and let them see us. So I'm cool with that.
Well, I broke down the analytics of why that happened. Did you do that on the studio?
I didn't look into it too deep, but
well, one, there was another podcast that we got like 75% click-through rate after they watched that one or something, or a little short. But the browser feature, how people found us, is because they Google searched tongue kissing.
Oh, no shit. It was the Dalai Lama.
We talked about tongue kissing. So apparently a lot of people were searching tongue kissing, and somehow they just got a damn good time podcast. Like, oh, these guys know how to tongue kiss. Let's do this.
I did hashtag Dalai Lama, and I do believe I did hashtag tongue kiss. And I know we talked about our little how we tongue kiss.
How we like tongue, yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm more tongue, you're less tongue. And that's what we're yin and yang. We
gotta find the weird hashtags apparently. Yeah. Tongue kissing. That's what it was.
But yeah, so here's one. I think I talked to you about this off camera. I wanted to bring it up. User said, guys, I hope you succeed, but I couldn't understand what the main topic of this podcast and feels like you guys are tired and just there forcefully. I wanted to address it. I did give a good comment back, like a basic standard ass, like, hey, keep listening. But, yeah, we don't have any real topics. We just talk about what's new and true to our lives. And you know what? Sometimes if we feel tired and forced, because we still have regular jobs.
Yeah. We still work 5-6 days a week. And I have 2 twins that are a year and a half.
Yeah.
And Steve's got 2 almost teenage boys. And
they're getting there.
And we work full time. I don't think we're tired. I don't think we're really forcing anything. Maybe you'd like to hear a little more subject, a little more topic. Maybe throw us out some ideas.
And I guess that's the biggest thing is we don't come in here with a structured show. We just bullshit. And I feel like that's what made the show what we like the best is because we don't structure it and we just want to talk. We just want to talk like we're best friends, and that's literally. So, I guess I'm gonna say what I want to say is if you don't like that sort of content, then maybe this show isn't for you. Maybe sometimes we will like try to deep dive into some topics and stuff, but we literally just use this as a way to kind of bullshit with each other and stuff. So like,
I'd say tired, maybe.
oh, we're always tired.
But what's up? Forcing it? Absolutely not. We enjoy doing it. There's no force into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's forceful to be like, oh man, I gotta drive over there. It's such a nice day, but by the end of it, by the time we start, it's just two bros hanging out. So.
I'm honestly guessing based on that episode, it seemed forced because every time I had here's a fun thing I heard about on the internet, I didn't do any research. Let me bring up the article and then read it. You know, I didn't kind of have like a pregame or a foreface or like a here. Let me break it down for you real quick, but then here's the brass tacks by reading it.
I can say to that, like, you know, we would love this to be more of an interactive podcast too, and we'd love more people to like ask us questions, and like that would build so much more content for us if people could be like, hey, what's going on? You know, like blah blah blah. That's why we try to do the live now. We try to do a lot of things like that. So, you know, if you want to get a little more involved, people, just hit us up. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Unless it's a little racy, then we might.
And we're not going live this week, but normally, under normal circumstances, we are going to go live with every episode as we're recording it. So you can interact with that too, for sure, 100%. And, you know, drop us some questions, give us some feedback, and we can touch on them in the middle of the show and have a damn good time doing so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or even, you know, email, text us, put it in the chat. We'll read it later.
Oh, dude, I would love to read out some user emails about some fun shit, you know?
Yeah. Tell us a story about you, and then we can react to it. Like, tell us your most fucked up shit ever, and we'll react to it. Like,
dude, and I'll tell you this 100%. One of the ones that really get traction are, like, ghost stories or the occult or some weird stuff. I would love to do, like, some creepypasta type stuff where you share some weird ghost stories with us, and we'll weigh in on them and shit like that. Like, that sounds fun to me because I love the occult and I love ghosts and I love, especially even conspiracy theory shit like that. You know, like, send us some emails about that, and I would love to break down your email, talk about some things, and figure out what you went through.
Yeah, but thank you for the feedback, and you know.
Yeah, we appreciate it 100%.
We'll try not to force it.
Yeah. As we're kind of forcing a remote one, but still, dude.
Hey, such is life, you know. Yeah. You gotta run with what we got. So
I'm still having a damn good time. I'm not forcing this at all. Not forcing this at all. Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Anyways, how about all this what's Canadians having their damn smoke fest up there?
Holy shit, yeah, dude. That's nuts. And I think down here in Ohio, I'm not sure the brunt of it's supposed to be hitting us yet, but I noticed everything's hazy down here.
Oh, today was extremely hazy again. We've gotten it a few times now. Today I was in Millersburg, Ohio, which is like Amish country.
Yeah.
Very hazy out there, which is weird. And when I got back towards home, it wasn't as bad. I think it was a little further south, but it's kind of, it flew down to northeast Ohio, and then like New York's just getting hammered with it.
Yeah, because I saw a bunch of pictures in New York, and it's all like this weird orange glow, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy. I didn't realize, I knew that Canada had forest fires, but I didn't realize how bad they've had them, and a lot of them. But you got to figure there's a lot of more dry coniferous type trees up in Canada due to the climate, weather, and stuff.
Once,
but, yeah,
I saw like some weird TikTok shit and some weird viral videos where they're like, "Oh, why did these wildfires start from nowhere?" And they had like satellite imagery of like, here's this day, and then here's 6 hours later, and like all of a sudden, fucking, what is it, Quebec, southern Quebec just burst into flames. So if you really love some some deep internet searching conspiracy theory shit, like why the fuck did somebody just set Quebec aflame?
Well, I know Michigan's big on like their dry stuff. I know Canada was too, because I used to go fishing in Canada a lot. Like they had signs everywhere, like "Don't flick your cigarette butts out, or you get like a $5,000 fine." I think they have a shitload of pine trees and like coniferous things. And I don't know if you ever burn a pine tree after Christmas. That son of a bitch goes up like gasoline on a fire.
100%.
Like it's gone. So I don't know if there's just an abundance of those trees in Canada. But I imagine if you had a bunch of pine needles on the ground and it's dry and it lit on fire, it would go up like holy hell fire and like just spread across the land as fast as you could run. Probably.
And I know there's a lot of national forests, especially across the United States, where they do controlled burns, where they literally set it on fire just to control the ground brush and everything to keep it from building up and becoming uncontrollable. But it's kind of weird. Like in my lifetime, I've never heard of anything like this coming out of Canada.
Well, they said this is. So I looked it up. They said this is on pace to be their record year. It's not yet there yet. And I'm like, oh, well, apparently we just don't hear about it. So, okay.
And I guess, too, come to think of it, like, I know, I mean, obviously they're miles north of us, but, like, we've had a very dry last month and a half, almost 2 months.
Yeah, they've been kind of the same, I think, too. It's pretty relative weather for the most part. But,
yeah. Like, my front yard's dead. I had to go out today and spray a bunch of water on it just because my front yard is just, it is tan, and when you step on it, it crinkles. My fucking grass crinkles right now, so I had to spray a bunch of water on it and shit. So, I mean, I guess maybe they have the same kind of weather that we're having where everything got dry and shit and it just took off.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of what it is. I mean, we only hear about the California wildfires. Like those happen all the time right out west. You know, there's plenty of them.
Because they're every other fucking day, basically.
Yeah, and I think Canada's kind of the same in the summer. We just don't hear about it. Like we just don't. It's the news doesn't push down to us.
That's true. I guess why the fuck would we care until the wind pushed the smoke our way?
Yeah, and then because I really I searched it, and the first thing was like, oh, New York's under blah blah blah. Like Google knows my location, so it's like, well, no, you don't care about Canada. You care about the United States. So we're just going to tell you about New York, and they're under mask advisory, and like people shouldn't go outside, and like health concerns. I'm like, no, I want to know what's going on in Canada. So I had to change my search.
Yeah.
And I did the history of Canada fires, and then I saw it. And I'm like, oh, they have a shitload of fires.
Right. Yeah, and it was weird because I was in Minnesota earlier.
You, Google. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but I mean, they bring you the news that you need, I guess. So, but even I was in Minnesota earlier in the week for work. Just got back today, but for the first time ever on my phone, I have a little banner up there that shows me the weather and the date and everything. But I there's an air advisory. There was a air quality advisory in Minneapolis, which I never saw that before, and I thought maybe it's because I'm the big city, but Minneapolis is in the smog city, like you'd think of New York or LA or something like that. But it was weird that I saw that. So first time I ever saw it as well. But maybe it's because
I've seen some of the air quality before, just because of intense pollen. It's you're about to get hit with so much pollen, you don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, that now it's no smoke advisory in there. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice though. You get a little smell of campfire where you go.
Yeah. Maybe when you start your grill out back, you do the propane grill, get a little smoke action going on that meat. You leave it out
a little pre-smoke. I'll send a balloon up with a pipe and just suck it down.
Yeah. Get a little smoke action on your meats there.
Yeah, I just thought that was crazy. I know everybody's probably pretty aware about it now. Took me a while to figure it out though. Like somebody's like, "Mike, yeah, it's really hazy today." And they're like, "Yeah, that's the smoke from Canada." I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, Canada's on fire." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I
I'm like,
saw.
"I didn't hear about this."
For some reason, I saw it on TikTok like 3 days ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it never popped up on my TikTok until I Googled it, and then all of a sudden I start getting all these videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, "You don't care about them. We're not showing you that."
Once you cue the algorithm and shit, yeah, for sure. Then it
Fuck
pops
them
in.
Canadians.
Yeah. Fuck you and your maple syrup.
Hockey skiing, maple syrup, and drinking. Canucks. Beautiful country. Beautiful country.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. What else been going on with you? Anything cool this week?
Oh man, just the normal day in, day out. I'm just gearing up for this weekend, really, to be honest. We got me and you going to be in a little golf scramble on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
We're
dude.
going to hit a little 18. Well, I might be 16 holes and have to dip, but I'll hit at least 16 holes, whatever.
I'll catch your back on them strokes.
I don't expect us to win. So, unless we're slaying it, then I might have to call my babysitter and be like, "Hey, just hang out for an extra hour. I'll make it up to you somehow."
Yeah, like Steve's driving. Ryan's fucking awesome on the mid range. Tyler gets to some wild card shit, and I am just slaying some putts. So we have to finish this bitch out. Yeah, but no, that's not gonna happen.
Probably not. No,
that's not gonna happen.
I'm the backup good driver. So if you fuck up, then I got your back. So that's how it's gonna go.
That's since we're recording on a Thursday, this will release Monday. But since we're recording on a Thursday, and my Friday is gonna be cleared up, I'm planning on taking me and the boys to the driving range tomorrow, and trying to dial in, just getting it straight. I can hit yard, dude. I've hit a couple of why can't I think of the name? Interactive, virtual. Yeah, the virtual driving ranges, where it's showing me hitting. There's a couple drives I had that were like 286 straight down the pipe. And I'm like, I don't think that's what I'm doing. I'm probably more like I'm good for a solid 225 as long as I can keep it straight.
Yeah,
I can get us in the playing grounds.
Well, the last time I played, after I broke my ribs, and I finally, this is golf talk for everybody that doesn't know what's going on right now, or if you care, whatever. We're gonna just go. Give us 1 minute. I broke my ribs, and I finally slowed my golf swing down because I broke my ribs. Because I'm like, oh, it's gonna hurt, and I was crushing it. I was probably crushing it further than I crushed it when I was trying to max drive that thing.
Yeah,
unbelievable. So
as soon as you try to hit it hard, your wrists turn, your club face goes from a straight hit to a curved hit, and that's when you get your slice and everything. You just gotta slow it down.
Slow it down. Relax.
Slow it down unless you have a lot of time to perfect your golf swing, then speed it up and figure out how to keep your club face straight. but for people like us that only golf, maybe 4 or 5 times a season, then
if I'm lucky.
Slow it down, keep it straight. Slow it down, keep that club face straight, and you're going to be good at 175 to 200. You'll be great.
Yeah. One day when we're older, maybe we'll get out more. But yeah, right now it's like I'm lucky if I get out 2-3 times a year.
Speaking of golf, I don't know how much you pay attention to golf, especially in the last I feel like it's been like last 2 to 3 years.
No, I don't. Zero.
So, the Pro Tour, when all the majors, the Green Jackets, the Tiger Woods, everybody, all the majors.
Green jacket, yellow jacket, who gives a shit?
Yeah, right.
Happy Gilmore. Sorry, I had to put that in there.
Yeah, no, that's the PGA Tour. Finally got some competition. They were the big name in the game for golf, and then
Oh yeah,
Live. I don't know if it's supposed to be Roman numerals, but I always call it Live. It's a Saudi Arabia startup that tried to compete against the PGA Tour, and they started because the Saudis, those oil money sheiks and Saudi people started buying golfers to come over to Live to make Live super exciting, and it did. And they pulled some big names, and they tried to pull all of them. And there are so many guys that held off on contracts because they wanted to keep with the tradition of the PGA Tour. Because the PGA Tour said, "You sign with Live, you can never golf with us again." But literally just this week, Live gave the PGA Tour enough money that they're like, "Okay, we're together now. We're together now." So
they pretty much bought into him or whatever too. It's like,
yeah. So I'm looking at like Rory McIlroy, like, and all these other golfers that held out, and like Tiger Woods. They didn't take all of Liv's money and go play for them. And now all of a sudden PGA Tour is like, "Okay, it's cool. It's cool." So there's all these other fuckers that went and took a shit ton of money. Like, "Fuck you, PGA. We're going to go play with Liv." And now PGA is like, "Nope, let's bring them together." And like, what? I just lost on like a $3 million fucking contract. Like, insane amounts of fucking money. Like, it's stupid to me. The PGA better be fucking drilling these guys under the table and saying, "You know what? We're sorry. We told you that you'd be X'd out and never be allowed to play the PGA Tour again. Like we did all those other guys that took all the money. And now we're letting them back in. So they should be shoveling these guys' money under the fucking table, dude, because it's insane. To me, that's the biggest, dumbest thing in the world.
The best meme I saw that is when on The Office with Michael Scott when he starts his own paper company. He's like, "I'm starting my own paper company." He does it like in the basement of the building, and they're like talking to him. And he's like talking about a buyout or whatever, and he's like, "My company's worth absolutely nothing."
And guess
what? But you know what it is worth?
Yeah.
And it's a hilarious. It's like
we can go broke tomorrow. Yeah. But no, like for those that don't understand what's going on right now, it'd be like, so let's say, me, you, and a good buddy, Tyler, that's a friend of the show. I'm like, "Hey, Cody, I want you to be my best friend for $5. And Tyler, I want you to be my best friend for $5. And one of you stand out like, "No, we should just be our own friends. Like, we don't need to go a certain different way." It's like, okay, you know what? Fuck you, Cody. You're not my best friend for $5 anymore. But Tyler, I gave him $5. So now we're best friends, and fuck you. We're never going to talk to you again. And then all of a sudden, like, me and Tyler are sitting over here realizing, like, wait, everybody loves Cody. And then Cody's sitting there realizing, like, well, everybody else loves Steve and Tyler or something. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's bring it back together. And let's all be best friends again and make a bunch of money. And you're still sitting there like, well, where's my $5? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm like, I'll give you 20 guys. I'll give you guys $20 to come back, but I own half your rights now, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't see where. I guess the PGA Tour is probably buying a lot of LIV too. I'm sure
they pretty much bought them out. What I heard, I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that they were basically like,
it's still
got them.
That's the hardest staunch take you can do on anything. To say no, fuck you. Anybody goes to Live, you're never allowed back. And then what? It's been like 3 to 5 years now, and they're like, Okay, you can come back.
Yeah.
Y'all made your money, and now we own. I wonder if they're going to put harder stipulations on some of the golfers, or like, you know what, anybody with a live contract, you're not going to make. You're only making 5% where everybody else is making 10% of the purse, or some shit like that. I bet you there's a bunch of different shit like that involved, which I have no fucking idea. That's all above my head, but still, it's bizarre that went down. That all that even went down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's happened in a lot of different sports and stuff, and you'll see it happen again.
Yeah, because even
XFL, all these different like football networks and things like that. Like,
because I know the PGA, their hard stance was like, well, they're Saudi Arabia people and they don't respect women like they're supposed to. And now that it's all some money flooding out, they're like, we don't give a shit how they respect women. We just want the name.
yeah.
It's so bizarre how hard of a stance you can take on your principles change when money's involved.
Hey, look at Bud Light.
Yeah.
Look at Bud Light.
I just saw they're starting to go right back heavy into they're sponsoring a whole drag show thing now. They're like, you know what? We lost the people on Kid Rock's side. Now we're going back to the people on Mulvaney's side or whatever. Like,
they're like, here's camo Bud Light cans, and it's like, well, it was always camo Busch Light cans. I don't know why now we got Bud Light cans. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
To try to win some of that whatever audience back that they lost. I don't know. It's always gonna be crazy.
It's so fucking stupid. I hate it all.
The big corporate political world, corporate world has to deal like those big like PGA, like something like that. It's more than corporate. That's I don't know. That's I don't even know what you want to call that because it's not really corporation. I mean, it's a whole damn sport when I think about it. But
involved in that.
Yeah, there's way too many billions of dollars, and it's just like that's just the conglomeration of corporations and everything together.
Right.
A conglomerate. I guess that's a good word for it. But when you get something that big and that many moving pieces and that many things going on, and somebody puts a little wrinkle in it,
the money the money pays.
Go, here's the money. Go away. Go away.
It's always about the money. No matter what the fuck you do, it's always about the money. And that's the shitty thing. So, but
anyways, enough about that.
Yeah, I mean, and I will say all this, but looks like since we're doing Zoom meeting, it looks like our meeting's about ready to close here in a few minutes.
You got 5.
Yeah, we got a few minutes. I don't really.
We're gonna figure out a better call system too, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Not that you guys care, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
we don't do a lot of these, so it's just whatever. And Zoom puts you on a 40-minute spectrum,
unless you buy in, and we don't do it enough to buy in. So if anybody knows like a good multicam thing that we can sit here and screen grab,
besides FaceTime, we're not Apple guys, you sons of bitches.
That's what I was wondering. Maybe we could do like Google Duo or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm glad we were able to get this one in.
Yeah. It's always good seeing your face, even if it is virtually.
Yeah. I'm going to see you Saturday morning. How's
right
Diablo?
Now,
I know you've been playing Diablo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we touched on that real quick. Diablo 4 did release, finally. Game I've been waiting for another 10 years because they come out about every 10. It's banging. It's a good game.
Yeah.
If you're a gamer and you like RPGs and you like playing with your buddies and it's kind of open worldish in a way, you got some other people running around too. Not a lot. It's not crazy. Good game so far. It's got a lot of depth to it, and I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like the higher level you get, the more depth it gets. So I'm really intrigued by it, and I'm like addicted to it right now. So
I even thought it was funny
for the few hours I get to play in a week.
Yeah,
I'm hooked for sure.
Well, I thought it was funny Tuesday because we had talked about, we knew this weekend was coming up and Steph was leaving and stuff. So like Tuesday, you texted me like, "Hey, did you take your laptop with you on your trip?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I got it. You wanna try and go remote with a podcast tonight?" And you're like, "No, I was hoping you'd get on Diablo."
Exactly. Like, let's do the game. Just get back. We gotta get on it.
But I already bought it and pre-ordered it for the Xbox. I haven't bought it for this yet. I wanna give it a whirl on the Xbox first before I commit to buying it twice and getting it on the computer and stuff. But
sure. Now give it a whirl.
I think tomorrow, since this being Thursday, recording podcast now, tomorrow I'll probably edit this bitch out, get my chores done, and then probably play some Diablo, and then get ready for our golf outing on Saturday morning and shit. So,
oh yeah, sounds like a damn good time to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a damn good time for me too.
Well, to that, I think we cheers it.
Yep.
And we call it a good night.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you click like and subscribe. All the fun shit. I'm sorry. Sometimes we feel forced. Sometimes we're low budget. We're a low budget startup. But give us fucking chances. Keep listening to us. Keep giving us that feedback. Let us know where we can change and do better. And we promise we'll do our best to do that as well. I love that feedback. Thank you for doing that. And, all that saying, I hope you had a damn good time, Cody.
I had a damn good time, Steve. I hope you had a damn good time.
I had a damn good time as well. Cheers, baby.
All right. Love you, brother.
I love you too.
Have a good night, everybody. Or
Good
good
night.
day. Whatever you're doing. Whenever you listen to us. Blah, 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 blah.